I am born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. My family owned a home health care business, and we always were part of our patients' lives. I went to visits with my mom. She was an RN. Growing up, though, I had always dreamed about being a vet, but things changed and my career path went a totally different direction, and I'm so glad it did because I love being a dietitian. We take care of patients' nutrition needs, and there are so many different types of dietitians. You could be a sports dietitian, acute care hospital dietitian. We've got industry professional dietitians and nutrition support. Most patients that are on nutrition support either have a tube in their stomach. So those are our tube feeding patients, and they receive enteral nutrition. Or you have a parenteral nutrition patient. There is something wrong with their digestive system and they can't absorb nutrients, whether it's orally or through a tube in their stomach. So they may need nutrition through an IV. For our tube feeding or enteral nutrition patients, there are a variety of formulas available, whether they're a pediatric patient or adult patient. There's specific formulas, there's standard formulas, but then there's also formulas for patients that may need a little bit more broken down types of nutrients within that enteral nutrition. And then for our parenteral nutrition patients, it's everything we would put in our mouths if we were eating. So carbohydrates, amino acids or your protein, fat or lipids, those are your macronutrients, but also all of the electrolytes like sodium and potassium. There's vitamins in the TPN as well, and additional additives just depending on what the patient's needs are. So it's very customized for that individual patient. When we have a home infusion patient, they have labs drawn. So we look at all of the lab values that come in for our patients, and then as dietitians, we look at the formula that they're receiving and give them a call, and we do a nutrition assessment, check in, see how they're doing depending on their diagnosis and their therapy. And then we calculate what needs to be changed in that TPN formula. So maybe their electrolytes need to be adjusted, or they're losing weight and they need a little bit more protein or calories to get them to their goals. And the physician will then take a look at our recommendations, and then we move forward. So then it goes back to the pharmacy, and our pharmacists and pharmacy techs mix the medication. So they double check the actual prescription, and that's a pretty lengthy compounding process. It's really neat to see. And so it goes into the clean room and they mix that. It takes about 4 hours to mix a 7 days worth of TPN for our patients. We send a pretty big, large box at a time with all of the supplies needed for our patients. Home infusion is so incredible. The thing that I enjoy most about it is every day is different. The types of patients we see every day are different. You're constantly learning something new. The best part is being able to take care of patients in the comfort of their own home. It wasn't until about 4 years ago that I really started this passion of mine for health equity. I was taking care of a patient, and this patient had been with another home infusion provider, had been in and out of the hospital, had been seen by multiple physicians, and he was missing doses. He was labeled non-compliant. You could tell that he was interested in getting better, but he was alone. He didn't have any support and just mixed up his medications because he couldn't read his prescription labels. And it wasn't until I had a conversation with him that he revealed he couldn't read. And that was truly an aha moment for me, and he is the reason I've become so passionate about health literacy, health equity, and thinking beyond the clinical aspect of our patient care. I think health equity, health literacy, and social determinants of health are critical to the industry for us to start to better assist these patients beyond providing the best clinical care we can. Being a dietitian has been so rewarding in home infusion because we get to have that constant communication with our patients weekly when we're calling for follow-ups. We get to see how the parenteral nutrition or enteral nutrition really impacts their nutrition and the rest of their health, and the goals for getting them hopefully off of nutrition support or allowing them to have a better quality of life at home. My biggest advice is your path is likely not the path that you have planned, and just to be open to opportunities. Like I said, I planned to be a veterinarian, and here I am in nutrition support. I don't regret any of it. It's just been such an incredible career.